Hello guys, my name is Vicious and I'm your host on the Coverage 101 podcast. And if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button because it is free. You got nothing to lose. And you really want to hear what I'm going to be talking about today. So we're going to be talking about the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa. So Cyril Ramaphosa has been granted an arrest warrant to arrest a Russian President Putin Vladimir, which a lot of people, including Cyril Ramaphosa, believe it will cause a war between Russia and SA. So Russian President Vladimir Putin represents Russia in BRICS group, which consists of countries like Brazil, India, Russia, China, and South Africa. So there will be a BRICS summit that will be held here in South Africa around the 22nd to the 24th of August 2023. So which means it will be attended by the members of BRICS, and those are presidents of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. So South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has been granted an arrest warrant by the ICC, which is International Criminal Court, and the High Court to actually arrest Russian President Vladimir Putin, as he was accused of several crimes, including war crimes relating to Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine since February last year. However, President Cyril Ramaphosa was against this, as he believed arresting Russian President Putin on South African soil would cause a war between South Africa and Russia. And we all know that having a war with Russia would cause a lot of problems for South Africa, because South Africa, it is a developing country compared to Russia. And besides, even when it comes to troops and nuclear bombs, Russia has a lot of those compared to South Africa. I'm not saying that South Africa doesn't have a lot of those. South African Defense Force, wouldn't be able to stand a chance against Russia, because Russia is Russia. So Russia is like one of those countries compared to USA. And amazing news is Russian President Vladimir Putin has actually pulled back from BRICS, so which means he won't be attending the BRICS summits that will be held here in South Africa anymore, which is actually amazing, because Ramaphosa was going to be forced to actually arrest the Russian president on South African soil, which is something he was trying to avoid. So that's actually amazing. So good job, Putin. And moving on to the second story that you're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about Adam22 and his beef with Jason Luv over Adam's wife, which is Lena the plug. It really seems like this beef is a big one, as everyone is talking about it. So this is all started with the girl, of course. Girls. So Lena the plug, she's a 32-year-old American YouTuber, podcaster, and a porn star. And her husband, Adam22, is also a porn star. So the couple have been dating for more than 7 years. And in these years, they've had over 100 sexual interactions with other people. So recently, Lena the plug has always wanted to shoot another scene with Jason Luv, which is an American actor, rapper, and of course, a porn star. So last week, Jason Luv and Lena the plug had a sexual encounter on camera. And after that, Jason Luv had an interview where he bragged about shooting a sexual scene with a married woman, which is Lena the plug. Then Adam22 saw the video, then he was like, hyped up about this whole thing, and started having, these back and forth online arguments. And apparently Adam22 has something on Jason Luv that will end his career, he said. So he said if he keeps on talking about his wife like that, it's gonna expose him. And a lot of people are actually curious about what he's talking about, what he has on Jason Luv. And a lot of people are saying that this couple have been married for over 7 years, and it's pretty clear that and this time around it's gonna be bad, because there's high possibilities that they're gonna be getting a divorce over this Jason Luv sex scene with Lena the plug. And it's really causing a lot of stir in the internet. So if you don't know about it, you can go out and check it out, because everyone is talking about it, So go ahead and check it out. And moving on to another story that you're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about Carlee Russel, which is a 25-year-old nursing student from Alabama that disappeared for 49 hours. And Carlee Russel claimed that she was kidnapped, and she returned home after she was kidnapped for 49 hours. So Carlee Russel disappeared on the 13th of July 2023. She came back and told the police that she was just coming from the shop to get some snacks. And on her way back home, she saw a toddler walking alone on the side of the highway, and she called 911. And she went to check on the toddler, and suddenly she was grabbed by someone she didn't recognize. So this someone forced her into a vehicle. So minutes later, she saw herself in a strange place. She claimed she was blindfolded, but was not tied up because the man who captured her didn't want to leave any impressions on her wrist. But police are saying there have never been any open case about a missing child or a toddler that she claimed she saw on the highway. She also mentioned that she went to the store to get some snacks. There were no evidence of her coming to the store according to the CCTV footage of the store she claims she went to, and there were no snacks in the vehicle. So on the day of her disappearance, which is the 13th of July 2023, she actually searched a couple of alarming topics, which includes the movie Taken, Amber Alert, which is a child abduction emergency, and how to take money from the register without getting caught. So which means a lot of people are also convinced that, she wasn't kidnapped. Like the whole thing was just like, happening in her mind. So which means she may be having mental illnesses, However, the police are still investigating to find out if she was really kidnapped or the whole thing was just like, happening in her mind. Because she disappeared for 49 hours and the whole world was just like, looking for her. So imagine disappearing for 49 hours and then coming back to tell some crazy story, because she had the whole city, the whole country looking for her. It is all over social media, and that's how we're even talking about it here in South Africa, because it's something that everyone is just like talking about it. So we're just gonna see if the police will be able to get enough evidence to see if she was really kidnapped or not. So they just like only one way to find out. You just have to wait and see what's gonna happen. And that's all for today's episode, guys. I do appreciate you for watching until the end. If you're watching until the end, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button, because it's free. You got nothing to lose. My name is Vicious. This is the Coverage 101 podcast. Peace out.